Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Noreen, and I am a digital marketing consultant. I own a company called Beyond Brand Collective, and I'm here with one of my clients, Mark Melsness, who owns Spinnaker Property Management. And Mark is the designated broker and property manager here at Spinnaker, enduring an interesting time with COVID-19. And we wanted to focus on the positive things going on in the market despite COVID today. So Mark, you want to give some thoughts about what you see in this very sturdy market and just share what you think our audience would like to hear about. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And, it's not that we're going to discount the impact that COVID-19 has in our community with our friends and our family. And it's not all negative. Actually, what we're seeing on the residential management side, single family, multi-family apartments, is we are still continuing to have very strong rental rates, market rent that we have advertised. We're still getting great inquiries, great tours, and also commitments, both with applications and reservation fees. In addition to that, what we're also experiencing is less people moving out. So when you put together less people moving out and more of our stuff getting rented, our inventory starts to shrink. So we have less homes to rent than we ever had, and it has less options for people out there looking. So we have more people in our homes than we've ever had before. And it's not only on the rental side, it's also on the purchasing, or actually on the occupancy side. It's also on the purchasing side. So I'm working with maybe some of you now, or hopefully some of you that are watching, clients that are actively looking for investments right now. And the listings are very aggressive in their rates, the value per door, or even working on the cap rate or the cash on return is smaller, and they're still getting greater, not greater, but just strong inquiries, multiple offers right after listing. So that's another indication that the market is still strong, not only on the renting side, but also on the purchasing side. As a matter of fact, today, a client of mine missed an opportunity where a competitive buyer waived inspections. And for most of you out there, you get how important it is to actually inspect not only yourself, but with a professional inspector.
Sure.
To get what concerns could be found prior to closing.
Yeah, no.
And right, so this buyer is wagering that whatever it is better than the cost to actually compete with upscale pricing or buyers. So strong rental market, strong purchasing market, and low inventory for the rental side and low inventory for the purchase side.
So does that surprise you on both those fronts? Does that surprise you that you have the occupancy you have and that it's still difficult to purchase despite what's going on with COVID-19 pandemic?
It does. If I were to go back 3 months, it wouldn't be. It would be as though it had been that way continuously for the last 12, 18 months. Mm-hmm. In this environment, I would have guessed that more people would have pumped the brakes. The move-outs would probably be the same. I expected that. But the inquiry for people to move in and to rent the houses that we do have available stuns me. And the strength of the buyers, or the boldness of the buyers in their purchasing offer numbers, and in this particular case, the contingencies that they're waiving.
Contingencies that they're waiving.
Inspections. Other things, financing. I haven't heard the financing contingency waive, but that is something that I have seen waived before, but not during COVID.
And what is a financing contingency like?
Like they pay cash.
Okay.
So they're waiving inspections, so they're not going to go and look and inspect, and they're waiving any financing contingencies, like they're based on approval of finance. Even though they're strong borrowers, they're still waiving that because they know they're strong borrowers. And that if the borrower backs out and won't lend for the buyer still has to perform to close the deal or lose out on earnest.
And you're speaking specifically of the Pacific Northwest market, or are you Puget Sound, Tacoma? When you wake up in the morning and you think, how's the market doing, what are you referring to in your mind?
Specifically, Mark, we're thinking of South Puget Sound,
Tacoma, Pierce County.
South King County, Pierce, Kitsap, Thurston.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So we just continue to have a booming, growing market. And I was speaking with a realtor earlier today, and we were agreeing it's not really just the shifting going on within the Pacific Northwest, but it's people coming into the Pacific Northwest still. So
Yeah.
it's new residents.
And the
right?
buyers that I'm working with are already investors that are already established in our industry locally. So they're already here. So they're just creating a bigger portfolio for themselves.
I was going to say, they're just growing their portfolio.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they're making somewhat high risk decisions because they see the level of the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what I'm actually doing for both of these particular buyers right now is, again, like I've shared in the past, they identify an asset that they're interested in. They share the address with me and any information that they have, and I run a profitability pro forma so that before the offer is even made or during the offer being made, I can coach them into what the potential rents would be, what the potential cap rate would be, what the NOI and the cash on cash, and then of course IRR. So really, they get a third-party professional opinion of what its potential would be without getting stuck with something that won't perform.
And that's whether or not they choose to do business with Spinnaker, that you're giving them some consulting, complimentary consulting and advising, and you would love for them to work with you and you want to rent those properties out for them. But if someone's really just looking for advice and wanting to get to know you as a company, they can still call you.
Oh no, I'm twisting your arm. No, it's absolutely complimentary. It's who I am.
Yeah. I've always thought of it too as it's how people get to know your company.
Yeah.
You know, it's you have to have a conversation to figure out how people think and approach things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it gives people a chance to get to know how you approach the market and those kind of decisions. And you always use about 9 acronyms that I don't understand, but I'm trusting that your investor community knows exactly.
It makes me feel important, you know.
I'm sure your residents are rolling their eyes going, yeah, Mark, I'm sure what you just said, but thanks for taking my rent. So, okay, well, very good. So what, maybe an obvious answer, but I'm still curious to know your thoughts on what do you think we'll see a month from now coming out of this, or 2 months from now, June, July, coming out of this pandemic. Do you think that we are going to go back to where we were in March? Or
well, I'm not seeing any market indicators that say we're going to adjust backwards or aggressively forward. You know, in the last 12 to 18 months, the market has continued to grow in strength, but nothing like it was in, latter 2018, all of 18 and the beginning of 19 is where we saw the growth start to taper off. Still strong, but not like it was, which is, in my opinion, an indicator of, healthy improvement, not aggressive over the top, which we did have 17 and 18. And I don't see any indications, at least that I'm aware of, with this new environment that we're in, that says to be aware, to be prepared for a rollback or a spring forward.
So you don't think we'll have a rollback or a spring forward? Do you think
I don't see anything.
Progressing as normal?
And if I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be standing here right now. So yes, I would.
The south of France.
Yeah.
So I understand. So really going from sort of almost a crazy out of control market where prices were amazingly high, and it was almost, I can't imagine how long it used to take to settle a deal when there's that many people competing with that poor realtor who's trying to balance all those offers, right? So kind of keeping us normal because we've gone through a crisis, which is interesting. And I'm sure it's not the same for around the country. I'm sure we're unique in that, right? I mean,
well, our market was one of the strongest in the nation anyway,
right.
And this hasn't shown any indications to slow things down. The developments of new product is still coming online. It slowed down temporarily because of the construction moratorium, but now they're back to work. Properties are going online with potential future builds on raw land, not even existing builds. And they're getting attention and offers without even a listing price. And for really all of it, we have to take on an opportunity to maybe pause, slow down, and look and be grateful for what it is that we do have, in these challenging times. And, you know, it's not just business, it's also on a personal level. Tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary, and the day after that was the day that my wife's fiance, Sunday and I were scheduled to be married. And now that's postponed. And how do you take on that type of conversation?
Right.
And it's just part of how I look at life is like, man, I have these blessings, I have these great opportunities, and I just stay present and aware of what's going on now so that can prepare me for the future.
Yeah, it's really been, one of your commenters online is saying this happening has been almost corrective to the real estate market in some ways.
It's a pause. Yeah.
And it's almost been corrective in the same way to our social demands and our, I don't know, I just feel like we were getting a little frenetic. I think the economy was amazing, and you know,
yes.
I know the demands as a business owner on me were great, and I think people were just kind of, you know, making hay, which is great. That's what we do in a good economy. But I think this has leveled us a little bit and
sure.
made us think, wow, how much time does my kid spend on that video game, and when's the last time I threw a ball with him in the park? And so I think it's been a good thing. There's always some good things in adversity, right? So.
Yeah, come over and check out our yard with all the new flowers and the corn
go.
and the rototilling and the.
Yeah, I'm sure the Home Depot loves that.
Man,
right?
do they?
Yeah, they're doing just fine, actually. So, well, very good. It's always good to speak with you, Mark, and the best to you and your fiance.
Thank you.
Sorry for your crazy change.
Delayed dream.
Yeah, delayed dream, but I'm sure you'll endure it and get through it with positivity like you always do.
Yep.
So we will be speaking to you in a couple weeks. In a few minutes, we're going to talk to your senior accountant, Kathy, to
All
learn
right.
about her role here at Spinnaker. And we'll be catching up with you again. It'll be interesting to see where things are sitting with COVID in a couple weeks and
Yep.
kind of what phase we're in and what the transitions have been like. So thank you again, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Be well. Stay safe.